Raghavartman Chandrika Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. Basically, when rag appears, somehow one is blessed either from prior lives, association with advanced devotees. One comes to this life with this sanskaras and impressions and inclinations to worship Radha and Krishna and practice Raganuga Bhakti, because he practiced last life. So he may start very early in his devotional career. So it can begin right from the beginning, because there's Dikshadi Shikshanam. Bhakti begins with Guru Padashraya. We take shelter of Guru, then we take Diksha, then we receive Shiksha, instructions. So that's the beginning point. Ado Sharatata Sarasanga Bhajana Kriya. So we begin Bhajana Kriya, and there's an Artha-nivritti. So now that we're with Guru, we've taken Diksha, and we surrendered, and we're serving him. And we're chanting the holy name. And now suddenly, from our last life, these seeds of rag have sprout. And I'm just beginning, and I'm still making seva aparadhs, or maybe some aparadhs. But the greed arises. The actual greed arises in my heart. It's called praktana. That's there in the Raghavartman Chandrika. Adonika or praktana. Praktana, lobha, or whatever it's called, it means carried over from last life, and adonika means newly started. So then we can begin there, because we'll be, the greed will manifest. So I want to read this, I want to read that, and the Guru will observe. Although we're so-called new devotee, our Guru will observe the genuine inclination of our heart and the expression of our greed, and guide us accordingly. We don't find that happening very often, that someone's carrying over greed from last life. What we find, at least my own experience from my Western birth and upbringing in ISKCON, is that everyone, as my teacher said the other day, he said, there's so many devotees, but who has rag? Who has bhav? Very, very few. So it's a very narrow path. And there's a lot of publicity, it's in the air a lot. Obviously, when I joined in 1975, began my sadhana bhajan in Gaudiya Sampradaya, I didn't know about Raganuga Bhakti. I never read the term, or, it's in Nectar Devotion. But it wasn't, it's just one phrase, and out of so many books you read one phrase, Raganuga Bhakti. It didn't make much impression. No one was talking about it. There was no internet. There was nobody. It was just another phrase, another concept, another term in Prabhupada's books. Nectar Devotion, Raganuga Bhakti. Okay, what is that? I don't know. It's some kind of bhakti, whatever. So now it's like we have Sanskrit books and translations, 3 different translations, and Ban Maharaj and Bana Maharaj and Satyanarayan and David Haberman, and there's 4 or 5, 6 English translations of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu available, and variations and more clarity in different ones, and commentaries also. So now, and then what to speak, there's so much publicity and so much knowledge about Raganuga Bhakti. And despite all of that awareness and curiosity, even now, as then, 40 years ago, very few people will take up Raganuga Bhakti. And then less. No one even heard about it or could even think about it. Because it's a matter, as I mentioned earlier, it's a matter of mercy.